Hey, friends or new followers, and hopefully soon to be new friends. Welcome to episode number 4. I'm still in the beginnings and I'm still counting how many I've done. I'm sure I will get to the stage where I'm not counting them individually. Thank you so much for joining this particular episode. I hope that you are someone who is following and has listened to the earlier episodes. If you are new here, welcome. It is great to have you here. I am very grateful for you joining me today. So, knowing that I love to talk, and I have so much information that I would just love to be able to share, and so many great people that I would love to invite on as guest speakers. But as we are still in the early stages, I'm trying to sort of follow a bit of a flow on the information and topics of conversation for you. It's funny when I'm coaching a client or I'm doing one of my morning walk and talk sessions with somebody, it all flows so normally, so much without thinking, without being conscious or aware of what it is that the conversation needs to go in a particular direction as such. But when you're sitting here in a podcast studio and you've got all of this equipment around you, it's hard to know what topic is going to be the right one today. So I trust that I'm providing the goods so far. So I have been thinking long and hard about what this episode should be about. There is so much to cover when we are looking for meaningful self-exploration or personal development, and ultimately, for us to be living our life on our terms in our very unique way. But today I've decided to talk about values, and I've done that because it feels like kind of the next step. And a conversation I was having with one of my mentors just recently, I got quite passionate about a particular conversation regarding values, and it made me think that this could be hopefully quite powerful for you as well. Values are something that, again, I know that in the last episode I did talk about the conscious mind and the unconscious mind. And our values really have that impact, right? And they belong in both our conscious and unconscious mind. But there are ones that we are not necessarily aware of. And I wonder if recently you have even taken a bit of a look into what your values are, because they shift. Change, my favorite topic. Everything changes. So when you go through different transitions of life, or we have things happen that we may not have been able to control, or things that we've witnessed, our values get a little bit tested and they might shift. So I'm wondering, do you know what your personal values are? And if not, I invite you to get in touch. There's a great little tool that exists online, of course, in this day and age, but it really helps you uncover and just do a bit of a test, I guess, do a bit of a check-in. Are the values the same as what you think your values are? Are they the same as what they used to be? Have they changed? And if you're maybe feeling a bit of overwhelm or uncomfortable or questioning, maybe that's because you're making decisions based on what your values used to be, and not necessarily in touch or appropriate or aligned to what your values are now. So it's a good little self-check-in to do. So why do I think it's important to be aware of your values? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Because understanding your values helps you gain clarity. Okay? Gain clarity about what truly matters to you in life. It allows you to identify your core principles, your beliefs, and your priorities. This is where they can shift. This self awareness provides a solid foundation for making decisions, for goal setting, and creating that life that we all seem to be craving right now, the one that aligns to your authentic self. So, if you're even wondering, who is this authentic self? Who even am I? When I start sort of covering and taking off all the layers of all the learning and conditioning and the shoulds, I should do, I should have. When you start to uncover all of those and find your authentic self, are you creating a life? Are you taking purposeful action that's aligned to you? So knowing your personal values can definitely help with that. When you're aware of your values, you can make sure that your actions and your choices are aligned with those values. Now, imagine living in alignment. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and can you even imagine what that is? Well, I believe it is with your values. This promotes a sense of authenticity and integrity. It enables you to make those choices that are true to yourself, that your gut says yes. It is that leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Values serve as a compass for decision making. So when we're faced with choices or dilemmas or challenges, knowing your values helps you make decisions that are consistent with what you actually believe in, not what you should believe in, not what you've told you must believe in, but what you believe in. It provides a framework for evaluating options and weighing their alignment with your principles and making then decision making more intentional and effective. No more will you ignore this feeling, this knowing that you have that it's not quite right, but I'll do it anyway because I know I should do it. And then it doesn't go to plan. You don't get the result you're after. In fact, you might get the exact opposite. And when you sit there feeling sorry for yourself, no longer will you have to go, damn it, I knew it was wrong, but I did it anyway. Your values can guide you in setting meaningful goals. We're all about goals. We're all about this hustle. So are they meaningful to you? And are you establishing a really clear direction in life? Can you even establish a clear direction in life? Is there such a thing? Not if you don't know your values. They help you identify what you want to achieve and what actions will contribute to your sense of fulfillment. When your goals are in harmony with your values, you are more likely to experience a sense of purpose and satisfaction in those pursuits. Are you still with me? I've got more. When you explore your values and reflect on their importance, you can be, it can be a real journey of personal growth. And I know I talk about personal growth a lot because it's so empowering. It's so, it, it's just so joyful to experience so many different things. That's my feeling anyway. And I find when you can reflect on the importance of your values to you, it encourages this self-reflection and introspection and self-discovery. And as you gain a deeper understanding of your values, you may uncover areas for personal improvement. But they're your decision whether you will actually take action on that or not. You might recognize patterns in your behavior that you want to change, but that's because you want to change them for all of the right reasons. And you might make intentional changes that actually align with your desired values. Being aware of your values can contribute to healthier and more fulfilling relationships, right? When you understand your own values, you can better communicate and express your needs and boundaries and expectations to others. And we all are hearing so much about setting boundaries. Well, how can we do that when we don't even know what crossing the boundary would look like, would feel like, and would you be okay with it? It also helps you seek relationships with individuals who share similar values. They don't have to be the same values, but of course, being in some type of a relationship, whether it's a work relationship, a friendship, a family, or a partner, if they cannot be in some way similar and they are going to constantly butt against each other, that is not fulfilling. It is not an enjoyable experience. And we want to sort of get these stronger connections and have this sense of belonging. Again, in episode 1, I talked about fear, and I talked about this fear of not belonging, fear of not connecting and having a sense of belonging with others. As humans, we naturally want this. So let's make sure it's with people who have similar values and can also communicate and express their needs with us. Now, living in alignment with your values, I believe, promotes a sense of inner congruence, right? Which can enhance your overall well-being and resilience. So when you make choices that reflect on your values, you are more likely to experience kind of this sense of satisfaction and inner peace. Imagine that. This alignment can also provide a source of strength during challenging times, and as your values act as a guiding light, they will guide you in those difficult circumstances. You will have the power, the control, the ability to own who you are, because you will know who you are. So I'd like to share with you what my absolute highest value is, and I trust that that is okay with you. I don't have you here with me right now to say no, so I'm going to take that as a yes. I trust that that's okay with you. My absolute highest value above every other value I have is freedom. What does that look like? Well, let me try and explain that to you, because freedom will probably come up for you as well, but it will look and feel different. So let me, as best as I can, try and explain to you what freedom means to me. So if I was to look for some sort of definition on this, it would be something about, being in a state of being free, unrestrained, independent from external control or coercion. For me, it means the ability to live my way, the ability to live according to my beliefs, my other values, any cultural influences or practices that I may have. But as long as they don't, sort of infringe or impact negatively as much as possible the rights or freedoms of anybody else. I'm here for my own race. I'm here to share my life with my husband, who does have similar values. And I'm here to share my life with my family and my children and those friends and great connections that I have that do have similar but not the same values. So for me, it includes things like freedom of speech. I have thoughts, I have opinions. Hello, Manny Jen. Here I am talking to you as a manifesting generator. I've got an opinion. I don't always share them. I choose when is the right time. But there are things that grind my gears or I am super passionate about, and I will share my thoughts on those. It might include religion or some sort of spirituality. I don't necessarily myself, religion isn't the right word for me, but there is definitely a sense of spirituality. Or any association, that I may have. I want to be able to express myself. I want to be able to worship in my own way, do that absolutely freely. And I want to gather with like-minded individuals and I want to form communities. I want that connection. And I want to be able to do it on my terms. Now, freedom for me also involves or includes the ability for me to be able to engage in activities of my choice. Now, I've referred to myself today as a manifesting generator. If you are a human design junkie, might not be the right word, but if you are somebody that is into and knows a little bit about human design, you will have heard about a manifesting generator. For those that do not have any idea of what I'm talking about, please get in touch. I would love to talk to you about human design. But I am a manifesting generator and I own it completely. You will see that on any of my socials. I'm owning that my profile is a 6-2. I have an emotional authority. I am here to respond, right? But it also means that I love to bump into stuff and try stuff. And I have this just ability to go, no, I've tried that. I've got what I've needed from that. I'm done with that. I'm moving on to the next thing. Have I finished that one thing? It might appear not to others. And for a very long time, I really was very hard on myself for that. But to me, now that I actually reflect, I am done with those activities. I'm done with them. It doesn't mean I'm done forever, but I'm done for right now. I've got what I needed from it. And that's what things in life are for me. That's why I talk a lot about personal growth, because for me, it's the freedom to try all of the amazing things that I possibly can that light me up in this amazing world. And I want to try them. I want to have a go at them. I want to maybe fail at them. I want to just have a go. I want to have a go. And I want to feel like I can without worrying about, am I failing? Because your idea of me failing and my idea of me failing are very, very different. So I want to engage in any activity of choice. It's been surf lifesaving. It's been powerlifting. It's been bodybuilding. It's been starting a business. Here I am as an entrepreneur. I'm starting a business. I'm pursuing a new type of profession. I want to be able to do that, or any passion that I choose, to be able to do that freely without too much of a concern on the impact of others or financially. So there is this element of finance freedom for me as well, which my husband will be very glad to hear. Again, we have different ideas there, but that's okay because we are still aligned and we talk about those things. For me, freedom also is about personal autonomy and self-determination. When I find that activity that lights me up, that I am excited enough to have a go at, fail, try again, or maybe go, screw that, it's not for me, I want to be able to do it. And I'm happy to do it on my own. I'm happy to, use my self-determination to make it happen. It emphasizes the right for me to make that choice and decision that aligns with me, my goals, and my desires. Personal freedom for me includes the ability to pursue education. I have studied many different things. Do I use all of them? No, I don't. I'm an accredited nutrition coach. I don't use that anymore, but I found it super interesting and I enjoyed it when I did it. Or I might choose a different career path. I have been a retail manager. I have been a human resources officer. I have been an employment relations advisor. I have been in industrial relations. I have been a change analyst. I've been lots of different things. So again, I choose different career paths, or I choose to form different relationships. But it's my choice. I lead a lifestyle that reflects my uniqueness, and having the ability and the freedom to do that, that is my highest value. Being able to talk to you about you living a life and having a lifestyle that is as unique as you are, that lights me up, and that triggers my value of freedom. Because I can sit here at any time of day and I can talk to you about that. I can help guide you to that place. And that lights me up. That creates this amazing sense of fulfillment and satisfaction and purpose. And it drives me in every decision I make for my business and every decision I make on the activity I need to do to make that happen in my business. And it even drives me in my personal activities. I believe that being aware of your values empowers you to live a more authentic and purpose-driven life. You can make meaningful decisions. You can establish the goals that resonate with you. You can foster personal growth. You can cultivate fulfilling relationships. Knowing your values, and then even one step more, the absolute highest value for you, serves as a compass. It is a compass for navigating all of the complexities, all of the difficulties, all of the challenges, but all of the joy and the fun of life. And it contributes to your overall well-being and happiness. Because I can tell you, since I have completely leaned into my absolute highest value, freedom, my health is improving. Burnout is disappearing. adrenal fatigue is shifting. There is light. There is joy. There is a sense of calm. But I ride the wave. I ride the wave of all of the emotions. So I can clearly understand when I'm at my happiest. So these are the reasons I believe in knowing and fully understanding and being able to describe and imagine and visualize. I've spoken to you all about visualization before. If you can visualize what that value means to you, you can feel it. You can close your eyes and you can feel it. You can feel where it lights you up. Does it bring you color? Do you you can almost smell or taste things that belong to that particular value? It takes away the shoulds. It helps you question, is this really right for me right now? And nothing ever has to be a no forever. That is how it's helped my well-being. Okay, I got really into that. I would really love to hear from you if you do know what your personal values are, but you're really not sure how to work through to get your highest value. You'd really like to know what that ultimate one is for you. I'd love to be able to talk to you about that. So get in contact if that's something that's coming up for you. If you have recently been through some sort of big change and you want to know more about your values, there is obviously a whole big worldwide web out there of information. But I would also be very happy to direct you. And I might actually, that's what I'll do. I'll even make sure the link that I'm referring to in a Great Values online test or quiz, I'll pop that link into today's show notes. I hope that I have been able to show you the absolute power that knowing your values can give you and how it can start to guide you through, obviously, all of the ups and downs that we all face, but especially when it feels as unique as you are and how you can find the right path forward for you. Thanks again for listening. I appreciate that you're here to the end. I look forward to talking to you soon.